All the water splashing up.
Yep, you could just stay right on the boat.
Yay! Thank you. You want to go to the ocean, you never go to the ocean, blah, 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 blah. Like it,
Hot booty. Here it comes, Eve, here it comes. Oh, that one wasn't very good.
Oftentimes they hear the boat coming and they dive down. So what we don't want to see is the tail come up. It's always the exciting thing to see, but it's also the whale saying goodbye. When you see the tail come up, that indicates a deep dive. We're in about 500 feet of water here. But right now it's staying up on the surface. Just going to sneak up a little closer. Folks, these humpback whales, they come down here from Alaska, and they're here seasonally. We start seeing them in December, and usually by about April, the end of April, they're all gone. So we have them here for about 4 months. They're coming here for 2 reasons. They're going to be giving birth here, and then they'll be mating. So we'll be mating here. They mate here this year. They're going to return next year to have their calf. They do their calving in the warmer water in the North Pacific, around the Bering Sea, where they come from. Water temperatures 37, 38 degrees Fahrenheit. A little too cold for these calves. They don't have that thick layer of blubber like the adults do that keeps them insulated. So it would be too cold for them. So the mother's going to raise the calf here and drink a lot of milk. It's going to put on about 100 to 150 pounds a day. And at some point, the mom will make the decision when she feels that calf is strong enough to make that trip. They'll start heading back up north. You can see the one is just staying on the surface here. Again, we don't want to scare it down, so it kind of slowly sneaking up on this. I think there's at least two. I don't know if you guys up there can even see it. Barely noticeable. It's just
the little
a little bit of the dorsal fin sticking up out of the water. These whales are about 45 feet long. When they get here, they weigh about 45 tons. But because there's no food for them here, the only ones eating are the little calves. The adults are fasting. We don't have that rich food source with all the krill, schools of herring, and all the bait fish and everything they normally feed on. So they aren't eating anything here. So they believe they show up at about 90,000 pounds or 45 tons, but when they leave here, they're down to about 60,000 pounds or 30 tons. So they lose 30,000 pounds in about 3.5, 4 months. So this is what you call a cow-calf escort. That was the mom. The first one that we saw go down was the escort, and then the little calf was right next to the mom there. So the mom with the new calf is always going to have there's always going to be another adult whale with them. Again, that's the escort. Usually a male. They say about 90% of them are male, but every now and then you'll have a female that's not going to be giving birth this year or whatever, and she'll be volunteering to help out, keep them safe, keep the predators away from them, keep the boats away from them. But most of the males that volunteer to be an escort are younger males that haven't yet migrated to mate. They haven't yet mated, so it's like their first year, and it's kind of a way of proving their worthiness, I guess, and they just help out, escort and protect the mom and calf in hopes that they're going to be accepted into the mating pool. So guys, these all went down, and I don't think we should hang out because they can stay down for 40 minutes. So we're going to continue, but I'm sure we'll find more. Not on the way out, we'll find more on the way home. So we're about 8 minutes away from
different perspective. I think it's behind this. Oh! I think it's behind this island, so we can't see it anymore. Yeah, and that's where we were. We were on the other side of that today. Since we've been here.
Hey! A tail! The tail!
Yep, the tail.
It's
the
the
tail.
tail! It's the tail!
They're out there. Maybe we'll get to see some more on the way back.
That's a big moose.
Yeah.
Escorter probably heading this way as well. So hang on tight. Yep. So you guys, here comes Mom coming up. So the calf, sometimes they're curious, just like little kids. And if he tries to come to the boat, the mom will probably push the calf out of the way, not letting it get too close. You know, we're not a threat, but they don't know that. We're definitely a strange thing out here on the ocean with them. So don't be surprised if she gets in there and pushes the calf away. It looks like she just called it away. Hang on, guys. Rock and roll here. So somewhere very close is the escort too. I can still see the calf underwater. See that light colored moving across. There it comes. And I see the escort down there too. The escort's closer to us than the mom is. Guys, you can see that light blue if you look over there between us and the mom.